When we're talking about technologies like AI and IoT and big data, you'd be remiss not to discuss the big concern that consumers have, and rightly so, about security. You can't go a week without hearing one company or another is having a data breach. Now, at the moment, that's your email. That starts being your refrigerator and your washing machine. That's obviously going to be a massive concern. What is the industry doing already, Pablo, and what more can they do going forward to address these concerns?
Well, you were asking the question. I was just basically thinking about what Michel just said about cooperation. And one of the things that is happening right now and needs to happen more is that appliance manufacturers, for example, and I'm not talking about the smart homes like you could say the smart TVs or the smart speakers and things like that, because those are technology companies. Those are internet companies doing that. But when we're talking about like white goods, like big appliances and even small electronics, they need to talk to the computer industry. This is very, very important. Because right now, as he said before, as Michel said before, for example, an electric car is a computer on wheels. A washing machine is connected. It has a microprocessor. So that creates other issues that an appliance manufacturer is not an expert on those. Mm-hmm. So the first thing, talk to the computer industry. Talk to the people that know about internet security.
Absolutely, and they've already learned a lot of these lessons
painfully
for many years.
Painfully. And I always put two examples. One of them is, for example, if you have a smartphone, how many times you have to update an app? How often?
Every 15 minutes, it seems. Yeah. But yeah.
Why? Most of the time it's because of security. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have an appliance. When is that going to happen? Maybe never.
Probably never.
But it needs to happen. It needs to happen. So now the industry, okay, the two major concerns today, two of the most major concerns today of consumers is privacy and security when you're talking about a connected device. Everybody knows, as Simon, you said, there have been hacks of everything, even of the big technology companies. The big internet companies have suffered that, including people like Amazon, And what are the chances that is going to happen to your washing machine or your baby monitor? Actually, the baby monitor was already hacked.
Yeah.
And people created a botnet using baby monitors just to actually to do denial of service attacks on big companies.
Yeah,
that is happening today. It happened before, and it will happen. What we do about that was the most important thing. So right now there are certain things in the market that are starting to be a more proactive approach and not a reactive approach to security. This is a very, very important change. The proactive approach is that you need to design for security first. And now, for example, the industry is coming together and they are collaborating. Competitors are collaborating. One example is the Project Matter. The Project Matter started about 3 years ago. It had a different name at that time, of 7 companies that they decided we need to collaborate and we need to set up a standard of security that we all agree to, and also the interoperability between our devices. And we're talking about competitors like people like Apple, Google, Amazon, Samsung, NXP, Infineon, and others.
Yeah.
So a Matter connected device that are beginning to appear right now or being about to enter the market, you just need to scan a QR code. That system that has security by hardware inside, it will connect to your Wi-Fi, exchange the keys offline, and then you can interact with the device and use the features of that device within your home. And what you share with the cloud and with others is up to you. This is one thing. Another concept that is becoming very, very, let's say, popular is zero trust. And this is from the manufacturer that basically puts some roadblocks in the device that allows the device to do what it actually has to do and nothing else. So for example, things like the baby monitor, is not supposed to connect to the internet and start a denial of service attack. So there is a hardware limitation from the beginning that is the only thing it's going to do is to be a baby monitor and nothing else. You cannot program it to do anything else, want it or not. This is something that the industry is still kind of right now, let's say, it's a challenge for them. Because of course they want to leave the door open for other new possibilities. But security is first. And this is very important that they realize that. Let me put you another example. Apple. They claim, they argue, they never have a backdoor in their devices. And the most important thing for them is to say, because if we design one, somebody is going to find it and is going to use it. And so the industry has to think that way. Mm-hmm. Just try to hack your own device first, and don't leave a backdoor open, because that is going to be a recipe for disaster. Maybe not today, but in very, very soon, somebody is going to find that basically that threat and use it to inject something into your device and do something completely different. And that could be a very minor thing, or it could be a complete disaster.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, as I say, it's learning lessons from other industries before. If the appliance industry learns those and learns them well, takes the time and collaborates with people that have been through the pain, then we can build trust and we can build confidence, which I think is going to be one of the most crucial things to success with this technology going forward. So, with this great revolution that's laying before us, we've talked through broad terms today. What do you guys see as the greatest challenge that's going to face the industry, and how would you address that? Is it ready to be addressed yet? What are your thoughts? Let's start with you, Pablo.
Wow. Okay.
Just a small question.
It just left my crystal ball. It's just a small question. Well, maybe what I just said just right now, collaboration is very important. Collaboration between stakeholders, and even collaboration between competitors. Mm-hmm. One of the things that in many industries is happening is that people are realizing that you cannot do things on your own, alone, even if you are an expert in one particular thing. Of course, everybody has trade secrets. Everybody wants to keep confidential information about what is going to be your next, big product and things like that. But when we're talking about things like, for example, the use of AI, how we connect those devices, how we secure those devices, we need a lot of collaboration between all different industries. So the appliance industry needs to talk to the internet industry. They need to talk to the stakeholders in cloud computing and basically hardware security and connectivity. At the same time, they also need to talk to each other within the industry to make sure that everybody has a certain, there is a bar, there is something that everybody agrees to. And this is something that is happening right now. So when we're talking about the future, we will start seeing more and more connected devices that they are going to be able to talk to each other, even if it's not the same manufacturer, which is something, I think that's the great thing right now. And this is happening in many different industries, not just on that. I mean, it's happening in the cellular industry, it's happening in the computer industry, and things like that.